Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Friday, May 14th, 2021. Bill Maher's upset today because he cannot do his episode of Real Time on HBO, and he says in his entire history he's never missed an episode of Real Time, and prior to that he never missed an episode of Politically Incorrect. But he has to miss this because he tested positive for COVID-19, and he says he's feeling just fine, but he's got to obey the protocols. Take a look at this, you guys. The positive test was May 13th, the 133rd day of the year, and notice the gematria of his show, Real Time, 133. And beyond that, he's 65 years old right now. We've covered this number to death in the time of the pandemic. Pandemic equals 65. And notice from his 20/1 birthday, January 20th, 56. Of course, he celebrated his birthday this year, 2021. But from his birthday this year to the positive test, May 13th, 113 days later. Remember how the pandemic was declared on 11/3? Coronavirus pandemic 113. Pandemic 65, 113 days after his 65th birthday, and then again on the 133rd day of the year. Ask yourself, why is it that we can prove every single headline ever put out about COVID is by the numbers every single day? Again, it's because it's all contrived crap by the code, which is how your news headlines are made every single day. And we've shown this with Bill Maher and what he does in his own real-time show before. And the other thing about this is this news broke yesterday, but it's getting more attention today, May 14th, 14/5. Here's the ritual really about this with Bill Maher. If you don't know Bill Maher, he's half Catholic, half Jewish. He always talks about it, having a Catholic parent and a Jewish parent. Today is May 14th, 14/5, Catholic 145. Today is the day in history that Israel was created. In 1948, 73 years ago. So how do they celebrate their 73rd birthday? By bombing the shit out of Gaza, 73. And again, the founder of Zionism, Theodore Herzl, 73. David Ben-Gurion, who declared Israel the nation on this day 73 years ago. His name's 73. See how his name's also 145, like 14/5? But again, Bill Maher, half Catholic, half Jewish. Israel is the Catholic Jewish state, truly. It's the Jesuits and the Catholic Church that cooked up the world wars and created the agenda to create Israel, and they created it on 14/5 because it's a perfect tribute to the Jews through Catholicism. In the Catholic Bible, there's 145 more chapters in the Old Testament, which is the Jewish section, than there is in the Protestant Old Testament. And remember, in the Catholic Bible, there's also 46 books in the Old Testament. And we know all the Catholic rituals with 46. Again, JFK, the first Catholic president, number 35, killed at age 46. Biden was elected the second Catholic president, 46th president-elect, 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. And then Inauguration Day was the 35th day of the Pope's age. Again, all these perfect Catholic rituals. The election confirmed for Biden on 7/1, the day after the Capitol insurrection, after it was called for him 353 days after his own birthday, the 71st prime. Again, all these numbers get used ritualistically. And Bill Maher, if you end up watching this, seriously, man, like, when was the last time you had an interesting guest on your show? Does nobody want to do your show? It's like, whenever you see the guests on Bill Maher, it's like, God, talk about a show that nobody wants to do. I can't remember the last time Bill Maher had anybody worth listening to on Real Time. I mean, it's been years. It's been years, Bill Maher. Hey, you want to bring somebody interesting on your show with something that's actually meaningful? Why don't you bring yours truly on? Have a good conversation about the kind of shit you've been shoveling for years, and we'll expose it all. Bill doesn't really like to debate, though. If he ever has a guest on he disagrees with, he gets all annoyed, and then he cuts him off and moves on to the next segment. Despicable human being. Reminds me why Martin Luther wrote the 95 Theses. And why he also wrote one other book. If you don't know Martin Luther, the leader of the Protestant Reformation, he had a problem with two groups of people, the Catholics and the you-know-whos. He thought they were bad for humanity. You ever turn into Bill Maher's program, you'll see he wasn't wrong. But we'll leave it there for now. Again, just, more evidence of what a load of shit this whole thing is. And Bill Maher, you know, as far of all the scumbags in the media, Bill Maher, he's definitely not the worst. But you can tell even in his own comment, he's trying to hint that you know, this diagnosis is a load of shit. And also, I think he says in his tweet, he says, when he's talking about how he never missed a game or never missed a show, he's like, well, even eventually Cal Ripken eventually missed a baseball game. If you don't know Cal Ripken, he played for the Baltimore Orioles. And here we are in the time of the big Baltimore sports event, the Preakness. And I guess just with that in mind, I should show you. Remember last weekend on 9/5, there was supposedly a mass shooting at a birthday party on Preakness Way in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Look at this, you guys. If you missed this story on 9/5 from last weekend, the shooting on Preakness Way in the Canterbury Mobile Home Park, just look, Canterbury Mobile Home Park 135, Preakness 135. This year it falls on May 15th, the 135th day of the year. There are races being run today at the Pimlico, the racetrack, but the main event, Preakness, is tomorrow, but the event starts today. There are races going on today, the day Bill's going to miss a show. But again, the shooting was on May 9th, 9/5, Baltimore 95. That same day, the news broke about Medina Spirit possibly failing its drug test. It's the favorite for the Preakness with 9-5 odds. The 9.5 furlong race in Baltimore. And again, Colorado Springs 77, like Pimlico, which is the name of the track where the Preakness is. So, again, you guys, I mean, all this stuff is just crap that's contrived every day. In all likelihood, there probably wasn't any shooting in Colorado Springs on Preakness Way. But if there was, understand it was a ritual by this same cabal that rigs the rest of the show that just likes to make ritual and mockery in front of our faces every single day and expect no one to see it. And that's because they have goons like Bill Maher who like to, go on and put out bullshit and feed people's minds with bullshit, and people believe them because they think they're rich and famous and smart, and that's why they're on TV when it's not. It's because they're born into the right families. They're part of the controlling network that lies to the world every day. But here's another lie. Bill Maher's false positive on the 133rd day of the year, so no, we can't do his real-time show. All right, for all the doubters, again, it's because, let me tell you why you doubt. For all the doubters, it's because you're fucking retarded. Big secret's out. Again, only fucking retards are doubting this work in 2021. All right, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.